Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well and enjoying with my video. So today's video is also from the Python playlist, and today's video is very much important for aspiring data analysts and data scientists, because today we're going to talk about the Pandas, which is the most important and popular module in data domain. Whenever you want to manipulate any data, you want to perform a EDA on the data or a kind of analysis on the data or data wrangling, the Pandas library are most important to perform those activities. And today we'll understand the Pandas. So from today, your data scientist or data analyst journey in Python started. Yeah, of course, whatever we have learned, those are also important to understand today's video or the future videos. But from today, your journey as in the data domain get started with this video. So without any delay, let's start the video and understand the in-depth Pandas module. So perfect. I have created Pandas IPUA file, and here I'm going to write all the codes, and I have also created some of the data to perform those EDAs or to understand the module of Pandas. So I will push this code to my GitHub, and I'll give the link into description. You can download the data as well as the code, and you can practice along with this video whenever you are watching. So let's get started, guys. So the question is over here, what is Pandas? So Pandas is open source module available in Python, which is used for the data analysis, manipulation, and data cleaning as well. It is fast, flexible, and very much important module, I would say that. It returns the data in form of data frame and series. So we'll understand what is data frame, what is series in detail over here. So now the question is how we can start. So as I said that Pandas is the one of the module, or you can say library in Python. So first we need to call that library or module on our existing work notebook. Then only with help of that we can perform some of the tasks. So how will you call that? So you write over here import Pandas as PD and just enter. What does it mean? That you are importing the Pandas library and you have given the name, a short name to that as a PD, like alias. You can give any name to that. That's up to you, but industry standard is that whenever we call the Pandas module in our working directory, we give the alias as a PD. PD is over here is a short name, guys. Okay, like someone having a name, let's say in school Krishna, but at home they are known as a Krish. So that's a, I would say, a short name for the Pandas over here. Okay, so now how we can import this? Just like import Pandas as PD. But if you are getting some, I would say, error, then what you can do that you can just go to the terminal, or if you are using the Jupyter notebook, Anaconda Jupyter notebook, then you can write over here pip install Pandas. It means that it will install Pandas module in your terminal, or you can say the environment. So right now I'm using the base environment. So whenever you are installing, let's say, Anaconda package, in that this Pandas is already available, no need to install. But whenever you are creating any virtual environment, in that case you need to install this Pandas library or module. Perfect. So and if you are working in if you have downloaded the Anaconda in your system and you are working on the Jupyter notebook of Anaconda, or under the VS Code you are working on the Jupyter notebook, I guess you will not get any kind of error with this. If you are getting in the VS Code, then come to this terminal and over here write pip install Pandas. Okay, but I'm not getting any error, so I'm not going to install this, because you can see the green check over here. It means that I am able to successfully import this module in my this working cell. Perfect. Okay, what we will do next? So we will create the data frame. What is the meaning of data frame? As I said at the beginning, that the return of your module Pandas is the data frame or series. So I think I have already given the definition, but here you are. So the question is, what is Pandas again? Panda is the open source library that is used for data manipulation and data analysis. It provides fast, flexible, expressive data structure. It returns the data in series or data frame that is similar to the label, relational and tabular data. It means that when you know the Excel, right? You very much know what is Excel and how the data is in Excel. So data frame is similar to that. You will understand that in just couple of minutes. So what I'll do that I have one over here dictionary. I have this dictionary. I will take this over here. Okay. So now what are things I have in this dictionary? I have a one variable data. Under that I have a name key, and under the name key we have a list of name. Perfect. Then we have a salary as a key, and we have a list of salaries. We have a age as a key, and I have a list of age along with that. And if you see the number of this age, salary and name are same. So if you count 1 2 3 4 5 6 over here, right? And over here also salary will be 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and age is also 3 and 3 6. Perfect, guys. Now I want to create a data frame out of that so that I can perform some of the data analysis on top of that. So what could be the code over here to create a data frame from the given dictionary? So what I'll do over here, I'll take df1 variable, that is data frame in short. Then over here I'll write pd dot data frame. Okay, pd dot data frame, and then over here I'll write data. But I have not executed this line of code, so I'll execute this first, and then let's print this data also, so you will have some sense that what kind of data we have. So this is data we have in the dictionary. As soon as I have created over here pd.data frame, pd means I am calling this pandas pd. Okay, and from there there is a one I would say method data frame. So I'm calling this method and I'm passing under that this data. So what it will do, that it will create a data frame out of this data. Now just run this cell. You just run this cell. Then now just try to print this df. You will get the data in form of data frame from the dictionary to a data frame. So now the question is, what is this data frame? How do I know this is a data frame? So if you write over here type of df, you understand there is a pandas core frame data frame. So data frame is nothing but it's a combination of rows and columns similar to the what Excel, and it has an index also, inbuilt index. So in data frame index start with the 0. How many data we have? 1 2 3 4 5 6, and index 0 to 5. So name is one of the column, salary is one of the column, and age is one of the column. And under the name column we have all the names. Under the salary we have all the salary. Under the age we have all the age over here. Perfect. And this way you have the rows. So how many rows you have? 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this data have a 3 columns and 6 rows, and this is the data frame, guys. Perfect. Very much clear how is data frame and why we are converting the data into data frame, because maybe we want to perform some of the data analysis, some of the EDA top of that. So once your data is in data frame, it will be easy for you to perform some of the EDA, exploratory data analysis, or you can say data analysis top of that. So that we'll see once we'll understand how and what are the method we have and what are the data we can convert into the data frame. Then we'll perform some of the analysis top of that. Perfect. So very first one was I have created the data frame using the dictionary. The next will be using this list, guys. So I'll copy this list from here and I will paste this over here. Perfect. Now let's run this. Now let's create a data frame out of that. What you will do for this? So you will write over here df1 equal to, or first let's convert that data into the data. What I want to do, that I want to create a list of tuple. So you will understand what I'm trying to do over here. So I'll write over here fruits data fruits data equal to a list of JIP. I think I have already explained what is JIP and how it performs, right? Under this, I'll pass this fruits. Perfect. And then I'll pass this price, guys, and enter. Then now let's try to execute this fruits data over here first. So we have a, see over here, we have a list of tuple and each tuple have their fruit and price. Now df1 equal to pd dot data frame, and over here you just pass this fruits data. Perfect. Now execute this. Now you just try to print this df1. So you have a apple and you have a their price, but column name we are not getting. Why? Because in this fruits data we don't have a columns, right? That's why we have not received got the column name over here, and by default it is 0 and 1 is the column. So what we can do over here, we can pass the our own column name over here. So what I'll do over here, I'll write over here comma columns equal to, in the list you provide fruits. The first is the fruits and second is the price, guys, right? Then now let's try to execute this. So you have a fruits and price. Perfect, guys. What I have done, I have a two list. From these two lists, I have first created the tuple of the list where we have a each fruits and their corresponding price in individual tuple, and then I'm using that under the fruits data into the data frame to create that. There is a one more method of doing that. How we can do that? So what I'll do over here, I'll take df3 equal to pd dot data frame. Okay, I'm not passing anything to this. I'm just creating an empty data frame. This is creating basically what? Empty data frame, guys. Empty data frame. Perfect. We have created the empty data frame. Now if you check the type of your df3, you will understand this is a data frame. And if you try to print this df3, you will understand it is empty. Now I can create the data. I can feed the data into this. So what I'll do, df3, and I'll pass over here, let's say a name, not name, sorry, fruits. Fruits equal to, I can pass this fruit, which is over here, this fruits list. Perfect. And then again df3, and over here I can pass price equal to, I can take this price, and I'll easily pass to this. Perfect. Now let's try to print this df3. So in the df3 you have a fruits and price. Perfect. So there's a two way of creating a data frame from the list. One is that you, whatever the list you have, that convert into the JIP. After converting into the JIP, you just create the data frame and pass that list of tuple and pass the column name, custom column name. Perfect. Other is that create one empty data frame, and under the empty data frame you just assign the what, each list corresponding to that, and you just define that also as a column over here. It means that I'm defining the column and passing this value to this fruit value to this column. Over here again I'm defining one column price inside the df3, and I'm passing this price to that column. Perfect, guys. Now what I'll do over here is I will create one function. I'll create one function that will take n number of list to create what? To create a data frame out of that. So we want to create a function for that. So let's say def is the keyword which is used to create any function. Then list to data frame. Perfect. Now we want to pass the n number of list to that. So I'll use the asterisk and then list. It means that we can pass n number of list to this. Now, once we pass this over here, then we have to check first all the list, whatever we have passed, are having a same length or not. If the length is not same, it will create a problem. How? Let's see over here. What I'll do over here is I will remove one of the price from this. So in the fruits list, I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. In the price list, I have a 4 elements. Now execute this. After that, execute this. After this, execute this. So you have a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. By default, it has taken the element based upon the lower, I would say, index or lower list element. But I don't want this. So because it's already 4 now, if you try to execute, it will not throw any error. Perfect. But if you try to execute this part, let's see we have any error or not. It will have an error. See why? Because in the fruits we have a how many? 5 elements. If you see over here, 3 to 5, and the price we have a 4. So once you create the empty data frame, after that, if you assign your list to that, you will be in the trouble. And the trouble is value error. Length of value 4 does not match the length of index 5. It means that any of the list are having a less length. Both are not same. Similar way, if we are trying to pass over here, or if we are trying to create a function that take n number of list and convert that into what? Convert that into a data frame, we have to check whatever the list we have taken, all are having a same length or not. So what I'll do over here, I'll write first over here, try. We need the exception handling as well. Why? Because we're not able to handle the error. Then I'll write over here. So now what I want to do that whatever the list has been shared, all the list length should be same. So I'll write over here length iterator equal to I want to check the length of each of the list. So I think the map is the perfect function over here. So I'll create a map. In that, I will pass that function into each and every list to check the length of that. And I'll take the length of each and every what? List. Perfect. So I'll write over here list. I want the list because I'm using the map, guys. So under the map, I need the first is the function. So lambda of x. Then next, I want the len of this x. And over here, I want the list. This list, which is over here. So what it will do this, this x of len of x will go each and individual list and check the length of that. And it will create the list of the length. Perfect. So now over here, just write, I'll need to import the logging also. Import logging. Okay. And logging dot basic config, and over here label equal to and taking, let's say, info. Perfect. So over here logging dot info, and I'll pass over here length of each list is, I can pass over here, let's say, this length iterator. So it will show you that what is the length of each and every list that has been passed. Now what I want to do that I want to use the I want to remove the duplicates out of that. What does it mean? Why I want to remove the duplicates? Let's say that I have provided the 3 list, and all the list having a 5 elements. So this length iterator will have a list of 5 comma 5 comma 5. Perfect. Case 1, I have provided over here how many? 3 list of 5 length. So this length iterator we have a 5 comma 5 comma 5. Perfect. So what I want to do, that I want to remove the duplicates. Once I'll remove the duplicates, it will left with the 1 element, that is 5. Perfect. So after that, I will check if the length of that list is more than 1. It means that it has a more than 2 elements, 2 length. And when you have a 2 length, in which scenario you will have a 2 length? Whenever you have a list with a different length. The case 2, let's say, if you are not understanding, we have a case 2. Case 2 is providing a 3 list. One is the length is 5, another is a 4, and another is again 5. Okay, so under this, what will happen? You will have a this length iterator list. In that you will have a 5 comma 4 comma 5. Perfect. And whenever you remove the duplicates, you will left with a 5 comma 4. And now if you check the length of this, it is 2. It means that you have a length iterator 2 different values. Perfect. You have in the length iterator you have 2 different values, means one of the list having a more than or less than, or all the list whichever has provided has not same element. Perfect. So that is what I want to check over here. So what I'll do over here now, I will take one x variable, and then I'll pass into the set of this length iterator. What is the behavior of this set? I think I have already explained you. Set contain only the unique values. So if we are passing 5 5 5, then x will have only 5. If we are passing 5 4 5, this x will have a 5 and 4. Perfect. Now what I'll do over here, if the len of x is not equal to 1, if the length of x is not equal to 1, and or before that, let's do the logging also. Logging.info. So it will give you some of the traceability to you, and the total element available in the x after removing the duplicate. You just write over here length of x after removing the duplicate is x. If it is not equal to that, then what I'll do over here, I'll raise the error. Which error? This value error, which is over here, this value error. Okay, and I'll write over here value error, and write over here length of the given list is not same. Else what you will do, you will do the zip of your list. Once the zip of list is done, next you will create the data frame. So result equal to pd dot data frame, and you will pass under this let's say this is the zip, and list, what you will write over here, data equal to this zip, and it should be list also, because you are using the zip, so there should be a list. I think you know very well, because you haven't already watched my zip videos. Perfect. Now I'll take this data and I'll pass over here. Perfect. So, and after that I'll return this result, except exception as a e, and over here logging dot info and just pass error type over here ERRO error and info is str of e. This is one of the method of writing the log, guys. So what I have done, if you have not understood this line of code, that first I have defined this, or let me first run this code, guys. It's very much important. I'm getting some error. What is the error? Info is not defined. There should be actually logging.info. Logging.info. Now execute this. Executed. Perfect. So I'll test this using a 3 list. So I'll create one cell over here. I'll copy this and paste over here. Then I will call this list data frame, list to data frame. It should be actually list to data frame. Execute this again and take this from here and pass over here, and you pass name comma age comma salary. Perfect. We have a problem now. The problem is length of the each list is length of iterator. Okay, let's debug and do this. Right over here F first. Right over here F first. Now execute this and again execute this. It's 4 comma 4 comma 4 duplicate. After removing the duplicate, you have only one element. That's fine. Zip of list, and you have a list over here. So let's try to use the logging over here also. Logging.info, and over here is your data. Here is your data after zipping, and you pass over here this data, and here it should be F. Now try to execute this and try to execute this. So whenever you are trying to zip this, it is not able to zip properly. See, there is some problem over here. And what is the problem? Okay, this list is having a 3 different lists. So I think I need to use over here asterisk. So once I use the asterisk, then it will be able to zip properly. So now execute this, see, Rahul 20 and their salary means a name, age and salary, name, age and salary, name, age and salary. Perfect. So I'll take this as a, let's say df4 equal to, execute this and now take this df4. So you have a this one. So what you can do over here is, so first we'll understand that how this code is working, then we will assign the columns to this. So let's go to our main code over here. So I have created one function. So now onwards, whenever we will create any kind of function, we will define that using the logging and exception handling, because in the production grade it is important that there should be a logging and exception handling. So I have already covered those topics. So we will always, whenever we create any kind of function or class, we will utilize exception handling and logging. This way you will also have a habit of writing a code in production grade, including the logging and exception handling. So over here I have not I would say that created a complex logging. What I have done, just basic, I have set the config and label equal to logging.info. If I am setting the logging label as an info, it means that I will able to log info, warning, next error and critical. Perfect. So I think you understand this point. After that, what I have done over here, I have created one function with the def keyword. Then I've given the name of the function list to data frame, and I am over here using the asterisk with the list as an argument. What does it mean, this asterisk? Asterisk means that I am able to pass n number of input at the same time. So I want to pass the list over here. So that's why, or how many lists, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 or n list. That's why I'm using this asterisk over here. Perfect, guys. Now What is the purpose of this? I would say data frame. Sorry, this function. The purpose of this function is I want to take n number of list, but I want to create. What do you want to create? I want to create the n number of, sorry, from that n number of list, want to create a data frame. So to create a data frame, it is important that all the lists should have a same length, because if you not have a same length, it will create the value error, guys. Perfect. So for that, let's say if I'm passing 3 lists to this, I will check the length of each list. So same thing I'm doing over here. I'm using this map function. What is the functionality of map? The functionality of map is that it will apply the same function on each and every individual element, or you can say iterator. So over here I'm passing this list, which is having a 3 different list, so or 3 or 4 or n different list. So this will check the length of each list, and it will create the what? It will create one list of the length of each list, like this. If you see, it will create the length, one list with the length of each list which I'm passing over here, like this, guys. Okay, so or if you want, I can just pass this also over here, equal to, let's execute this, let's execute this. So length iterator will have a 4 4 4. Why? Because we are passing a 3 list, and all the list having a how many? 1 2 3 4 elements. That's why it is having a 4. After that, what I'm doing over here, I'm passing that into set. What is the main characteristic of a set? It will remove the duplicates. Perfect. So if I'm passing a list which is having over here, let's say 4 comma 4 comma 4, then this set will have only output as a 4 1 4. Perfect. 1 4. So if you see over here, it is having only 1 4. That is your x. This x equal to, execute this again, execute this again. So x will have only 1. Then I'm checking if the length of that x is not equal to 1. If the length of that x is not equal to 1, then raise the value error and length of the given list is not same. Otherwise, if it is equal to 1, then I'm converting that into a zip of list, means tuple of a list, and that I'm passing into the data frame to create the data frame basically. So now I think you already understand this. So we have this 3 list, and I'm passing directly to this, and it is creating one of the data frame, but we don't have a column. So what I'll do over here, dot columns equal to, I'll pass over here, let's say first is the name, second one is the age, and third one is the, let's say, salary. And now df4, we have this. But if you want, we can also pass over here this name, I would say column name, and in the list, in this function itself, it will assign that what? Column name. So over here we can pass one more list, and that list will be as a name, guys, name of the column, and that will be used over here to just assign the name to the column name, I mean. But I'm not going to do that. You do it and share the screenshot with me on LinkedIn or maybe in the comment. Now what I'll do now is I will, let's pass one less element into the edge and check what will happen. As soon as you pass this, you getting the info root type error. Info is length of the given list is not same over here. So it should be error, I think, not the info, because error it should be now, because it's going to give the error. So it should be error. So over here, see, the first one is the length of the each element is length iterator 4 comma 3 comma 4. So one of them having a less element, and the x equal to 3 comma 4, which will basically make this true. This will make this true. So if the length of x not equal to 1, then raise the value error, length of the given list is not same, and that has been handled by this exception. And you are having this over here error root type error, info length of the given list is not same, which is over here. Length of the given list is not same. Perfect, guys. So you understand now how this function is basically working. Now, so till now we have understood how to read the data using the dictionary and list. Now we'll understand read the data from the Excel. Read the data from Excel. So in this case, what I'll do over here, we need the Excel file. So I have already kept one Excel over here. If you see, that is patient data Excel, this one. But we cannot open this over here, right? So what I'll do that, I'll open this Excel file first and I'll show you that, and then I'm going to open use that Excel into the code. Perfect. This is the Excel which we have of the patient data. In this Excel, if you see that we have a two sheet, a patient 2025 and patient 2026. And in 2025, we have a patient ID, patient name, age, email, policy number, and policy type. If you check in patient 26, we also have a same patient ID, name, age, email, policy, and policy number and policy type. So both the I would say the sheet having a same data, only difference is that this is the 2025, this is the 2026. So I want to use this data into the my code. I want to read this Excel first. So how we can I would say read over here. So I'll first write the patient file path equal to, so it's already in this folder. So this is the Excel. What I'll do, I'll right click, and over here we have a copy as path, copy path, and I'll paste it over here. Perfect. After this, what I'll do, I'll use over here, let's say patient data equal to pd dot read, and over here Excel, and then you pass this patient file path and execute this. You are getting the error. So this error means this Python code is not able to decode this forward slash, guys. So what I'll do over here, I'll just use R this. This R means it will able to handle this all this slash whatever you have in this code. The other method is that you change this into double slash, but it will take time because you have a n number of slash inside this. So better option is you just remove this and use the R over here. Okay, execute this and see it has been executed. Now let's run this over here and you have this data, but you are not sure that this data is from your I would say 2025 or 2026 because we don't have any identifier in the data. So what I'll do, first we'll set the identifier and then we'll check whether this data is from my 25 or 26. So what I'll do, I'll again open the Excel, guys. I'll open the Excel, and in this Excel I will write over here year, and over here it's 2025. So copy this in all. Perfect. Now let's save this and go to the next, and over here also create one new column, that is a year. Okay, and over here 2026, and copy this into all the row. Perfect. Now just cancel this and run this again and run this again. So you are only having a 2025 data. Where is 2026 data then? So it is very important, make a note, whenever any Excel having a more than one, I would say, sheet, and if you are directly using that path to read the Excel, the Python Pandas module will read the very first sheet and it will ignore the rest all sheet whatever is available in the given Excel. I hope it makes sense. Now your question will be, then how we can read all the data? How we can read all the data, like all the sheet? So for that there is other code. So we already have a path over here. So what I'll do over here, I'll write over here patient data, same patient data equal to, or patient data, I'll not write over here, I'll write the Excel file. Excel file equal to pd.excel file, and pass over here your this XPath. Perfect. Now this Excel file dot sheets, I think it's sheet name. So in this Excel we have a patient 2025, patient 2026. Now just read the patient 2025 here, and next cell you read the patient 2026 over here. So patient 2025 equal to pd.read Excel, and over here your Excel file which is already having your complete path. So pass this and comma sheet name equal to, you pass this. Make this data, so you should not have a confusion. So I'm creating one variable patient 2025 data equal to pd.read Excel file. This Excel file I'm passing over here. Then I'm passing the sheet name equal to this sheet. And what I'll do over here, I'll just copy this part from here to here, and over here I'll use 2026. So this way you will be able to read the individual sheet from the given Excel. Now try to see the data in what are the data are available in 2025. You have this data, and next try to use this to understand what the data are available in 26. So both the sheet we have already read over here. Perfect. Next, read the data from the CSV. So let's say CSV file path equal to take this CSV path, copy the path. Here is the copy the path and pass over here and use R again. Then CSV data equal to pd.read CSV, and over here the CSV file path, pass over here, and then CSV data. You will have all the data over here. So we have seen till now, read the data from the dictionary, read the data from the list. We have also created the custom function to pass n number of list and read that data. Then we have also read the data from the Excel to different sheet, read the data from the CSV. Now next is read the data from JSON. So these are the important, I would say, file which is important to understand how we can read the data from this. So JSON file path equal to what I'll do over here, I'll take this JSON. We already have this. So copy the path. Now pass over here under the inverted comma and then use the R over here. Next, what I'll do over here, let's say pd.read and over here JSON, and pass this JSON file path. Oh, I did a mistake. Control Z. JSON file path, and you can read the data from the JSON as well. So in this video, guys, we have seen how to read the data from a dictionary, then a list, created a custom function to create to read data from n list, and then fourth, Excel file. Why am I writing Excel file? Means we have a sheet right over here, sheet specific, then over here CSV, and in the sixth we understand the JSON. So these are the topic we have covered in this video, and I'll stop over here. In the next video, we'll understand the pandas other functionality, how we can perform the data wrangling or the data analysis using the pandas. So thank you so much guys. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to share, like, subscribe, because I'm putting all the efforts to make you understand Python at industry level. So thank you so much. See you in the next video guys. Thank you so much guys.